every single syllable was just
I went north and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through
Imagine
my mind.
right now where you come from. Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out. That ain't surprising at all.
Big Ugly West
Just look at
Virginia.
your ID. Are you the mayor?
Cause like even like out of context, it's just like Big Ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no, I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big Ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star hailing from Big Ugly, West Virginia.
Nintendo absolutely knows about the internet, Triton, because like a couple months after the Bowsette thing happened, they changed the crown's description. It was just like, only Toadette can wear this crown. So it's just like, kill that noise. Martin Luther King Jr. earned a C in his public speaking class during his 2 semesters in seminary school.
Who is that teacher?
Who's the dude?
Okay, is it a white teacher? And is that the reason why?
Let me see. Let me go
Who
look
was
at
the
these.
dude that... Cause you know you gotta wake up one day,
They just go,
20 years
"Oh,
later,
that move changed everything."
and I gave him a motherfucking C.
He wrote the I Have a Dream speech in school. He's just like, why are you writing about dreams? Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash.
Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my C incentivized him to get better?
Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply
The
yourself.
C was- oh my goodness.
You can go one or two ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
It's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one.
Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. Like, C- sir, your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up?
In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about writing raps in class?
You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You in the club banging it.
You know I taught Sue Tupac.
Oh, dude, I would never sleep.
I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. He tried his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate?
That's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm for.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is gonna be
Get
good.
some. Get some, y'all.
The Wii U woman.
No, I already got it on for you.
Oh, okay.
Where's it going?
He posted it in chat.
Oh, okay. I can put it right. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I was looking at the wrong camera. Welcome back to the
You're not
podcast.
used to this setup.
Welcome back to the podcast and stuff. Episode 349. Ralph is dying. My
worry about it.
shit's dying.
Yeah, everything's just kind of dying.
Oh, it's
Biden.
2025, bro.
Yeah.
That's how this is going.
Oh,
Oh, dude, you all saw that now, right? Everybody's seen
Yeah.
that?
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah.
He's dying.
Biden.
He's got prostate cancer.
Who?
Aggressive.
Biden. Aggressive prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. He's done.
We're talking months at best.
Yeah, he's finitely toast.
Mm-hmm. That's a darn shame.
2025 is just taking everything it can. The economy, world order, trade, the status of United States credit, the
Intelligence.
value of the dollar, and that's been flowing for fucking years. UIs are getting the fucking upgrades, man. It's going phenomenal. We getting upgrades in this bitch. It's fantastic.
So before we
The
started,
cavemen are stuck in the caves is the problem.
Before we started, there was another great debate of I won't call it Batman
no
and
debate.
Superman level proportions, but
No, there's no debate. One side is clearly right. The other side is just stuck in the caves. It's fine.
Yeah, Superman, as you can see by this movie that's coming out, that's gonna be great.
Dude, people are
whenever
hating on this already.
No,
The
I have
hate
seen
is
none of them.
insane.
No,
You've
you
not?
know the people that are hating on
People
it.
that are hating on it.
It's
Like,
because these Snyder
Snyder.
people. I'm not talking about them. They don't count. People love this.
Are you saying they're not people?
Yes.
Look at
they
that.
are
Look at
subhuman
how
in
how
the
fast
eyes.
the caveman lashes out at the other cave people in other
Oh.
caves.
It's minor inconvenience equals smash. Typical caveman.
That's it. That's how it goes. Conversations, debates, no.
So I don't
Hulk
think I've
smash.
actually gotten the new Android update. I was busy while you guys were talking about that, but I don't think I've
Your
gotten
phone
it
might
yet.
not be having that sent yet because it's a flip. That might just
Maybe.
not be out yet.
Maybe.
That would make a lot of sense.
But whenever there's like a new UI big update like this, I always go to YouTube for people that are like, hey, the 10 things that you need to know about this update. And I'm watching, I'm like, I don't need that. I don't use that. That don't matter to me. I'm not going to use that. And it's just all of it. I'm like, okay, so
Nah.
this just means nothing to me.
Except the worst UI.
Except the
No,
trash.
better UI. So much. Dude, I do that same thing. I watch the settings. I watch tips. I've got my maximized efficiency. I am happy. My battery life is better than ever. It just sounds like a personal problem. So
I don't
skill
look at
gap.
anything. I begrudgingly
Yes.
accept and
Ralph,
stew.
it is a personal problem.
Yeah.
It is my problem
It's
Yep.
my phone,
personally.
and I don't like
it
it.
is. Skill gap. Get good. That's just how it goes. It's unfortunate.
So the next time you're raging at a multiplayer game that we're playing together, I'll just be like, "Oh man, personal problem. Get
Skill
good.
gap.
Skill gap.
good.
Get good."
You
Skill
see it
issue.
anyway.
Well, you're sitting there.
That's how it goes anyway. That's how it always goes. Fucking get good, scrub. That's how it goes already. Nothing has changed. And so nothing of value was lost.
All right. So we have been gone for a few weeks. Ralph is tired.
Fuck. Very.
Just a lot of. It's been a busy, like, honestly, couple months, but like, at least for me.
Man, fuck the weather. Man,
That too.
fuck the weather.
Hey, Michigan
weather.
is.
Calm down. Calm down, everyone.
Michigan.
Boy,
Boy,
let
I
it
just had to
happen.
submit my insurance claim. I finally got my car washed today because it's been raining nonstop. So I haven't been able to actually look at the extent of the damage to my car. Boy,
Do you?
Boy.
Oh wait, you put that on Facebook, the picture, right?
That's A. So there's 2 other cracks in my windshield that
Well,
were hidden
I was more or
behind
less
black.
the size of the hail. I was gonna pull that up. I was gonna
That's
pull
in
that
Facebook.
up. Yeah,
That's on Facebook.
I'll do
I
that.
think it was
there's-
direct messages though. I
Yeah.
don't know if he put it.
There's also multiple chips in my windshield. My hood is dented. My roof is dented. And my trunk, I actually saw my trunk, and I guess it's a thinner panel because it looks like someone took a hammer to it repeatedly. Like, I submitted my claim today and just straight up called my insurance, like, so, hey, what do I do? This is not
Real
good.
issue. Weave through the hail.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, me and Mother Nature just been feuding, bro. That's just how it goes. They're like, we're getting a lot of claims from this area. Were you here? And I'm like, I was here, like I said on the app. And they go, oh yeah, you're not the only person claimed from this area. Okay, we'll make note of that. Like, yeah, it's called baseball-sized hail fell down. Fucking terrible, fucking terrible. If you can't find it, Mike, I can always just.
I
send
got
to
it.
you
I got
directly.
it. I got it.
Okay. I sent 2 pictures.
Go
There was one with it being the size of the golf ball and one
And
the size
then
of the
one-
baseball.
Yep. I got
It
both.
was in huge.
Dude, bad. Like, so I'm at work and we have a skylight that's like basically above my head. So not only do I watch in real time as like the sky goes from like kind of blue to like overcast, but still a little blue, to just dark gray. And then within minutes, it goes to forest green. Like, that's it. It is green sky. And I'm
hold
just like,
on.
that's fucked up.
Did
Apocalypse?
Like, oh, wait, hold up.
I think OBS may have just
Nobody's
The
crashed.
shaman said 2 p.m.
Hold on, guys.
Nobody's working anymore. Everyone's looking outside of
Wait,
whatever window
okay,
because now the
Jesus.
rain is coming down. And then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's just raining. That's not hail. And all of a sudden we just hear like a goddamn war zone. And it is the hail slamming against the skylight. So I'm just looking up and I'm just watching ice break against the skylight repeatedly. I'm like, oh, my car's fucked. And everyone else is looking either up or out windows like, my car is fucked. Everybody knew. 2 people I'm friends with had just gotten new cars. One of them 2 days prior. Because her other car, she got hit by a deer. And it totaled her car.
I mean,
Yeah.
she,
Does that still happen to people in this
she
state?
probably hit the deer.
Yeah, she hit
The deer didn't hit her.
No, the deer pulled a termite. The deer jumped into the street and then ran directly at her. There was like no time to adjust. So
that was somebody coming back as a resurrection, a reincarnation, and getting revenge.
All right. So I got
You know
one
what?
of
They
the.
did. They dirt.
I got a
Yeah.
picture. So this is the first one that Ralph sent us of the hail.
It's my buddy who went to the golf course, who was at the golf course on his day off.
Man, so many free hits. If they're all the size of golf balls, just hey. But that was the first picture, and then the second picture.
This is in my buddy's backyard when he got home.
That is a snowball. Well, not snow, but
And that is pure ice.
yeah,
That is just solid fucking ice.
that is
Yeah.
a concussion waiting to happen.
It was on the news. A friend of mine actually sent it to me from TikTok, and it was a video clip of people taking shelter under an overpass, blocking traffic and getting other cars stuck in the hail, and with the tornado and everything going by. And they're like, how close is this to you? I'm like, I saw that from my office. That's that close. I saw that. That's funny. Oh, yeah, it sucked. So my car got fucked up real bad. So it's great. So I put my insurance claim through today with all the pictures that I took, and they're calling me back tomorrow, and I go from there. But I looked through my insurance, and they cover 100% of acts of God, which this is.
They should.
Yeah.
Unless
So-
they say it sounds like a personal issue, because I could totally see
Yeah.
an insurance company saying that.
Nah, they already pretty much said like, yep, nope, you're good. This is an act of God situation, and with your insurance, you'll have a full coverage of rental car and for however long we need to do the repairs on your vehicle, so you're set. I'm like,
That's
okay,
good.
cool.
That's good.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Acts
Yeah, nothing.
of God.
Yeah,
brother.
nothing. That crazy down here. At the weather
Yeah,
you
y'all
guys
got
have
good
been.
in Detroit, right? You guys didn't get fucking obliterated.
We only got thunderstorms.
fuck
People in other areas of Michigan
Yeah,
got
fuck
some
you.
tornadoes.
Yeah, fuck you. There was 15 of the motherfuckers across your state.
Yeah, not
Yeah, fuck
Detroit. We got some heavy rain.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's all the bullets that are always flying. It just stops all that bad wind from accumulating.
Yeah, it soaks it up there, all that metal, because bullets never fall.
They're always flying like a snitch, like a golden snitch.
That
They're always flying.
there were multiple big things that happened in terms of like online stuff within the last couple months. It's hard to encapsulate that all.
Thunderbolts. Has anybody seen Thunderbolts yet?
Yes.
I have not.
You haven't seen it, bro. Has anybody?
Sounds like
We're all the same, right?
that sounds like a personal problem. Get good, Scrub.
Skill issue.
Not one of you motherfuckers have said it in any chat.
Because I've been waiting for the podcast.
Yeah.
To say that you saw it?
Yeah.
I've been knee deep in manga.
I saw it 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week.
I saw it Monday.
I've seen Nat Sinners and Final Destination.
Man, Sinners was so good.
So holla at your boy.
Sinners was so good.
Before we get into
Thunderbolts
that,
I had no interest in.
Before we get into that, your kind of weekly reminder.
Our kind of sort of reminder that happens sometimes.
Yep. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Get your vaccines and boosters. Wear your masks in crowded indoor places if you are sick. Support Ukraine. Support LGBTQ rights. Support body autonomy. Pay your employees what they are worth. Fuck generative AI. Fuck genocide. Fuck bullies. And be good to one another.
Or don't.
Or I did see Thunderbolts in like a new type of way. I don't know if any of you guys have Screen X in any theaters where you're at.
No, we have. You know what? We might, but I've never personally done it.
It could be, once he describes it, it could be something that we have, but it's just
Yeah, I was about to say it might be the epic.
Yeah, the easiest way to describe it.
Night Wizard.
Oh, wait, what? Me?
No, DA and I, when we were streaming yesterday, we were looking at a Totally Not Mark video. He was like the most forgettable anime of all time or whatever. And DA went to one of his old My Anime lists to go through some of the anime he watched to just be like, I don't remember anything about this. And he is 100% certain he has never seen an anime called Night Wizard, even though he rated it on My Anime list. And I used it in an AMV because it was already downloaded.
But I didn't watch it.
So I had to search for Night Wizard just to see what it looks like and all this stuff. Yeah, he promised he never saw it.
And I keep my promise.
And
because I ain't see it.
He for sure saw that thing.
I can understand where DA is coming from. I, for some reason, had Mob Psycho 100 rated on My Anime list, and I had season 1 downloaded on my computer to edit with. I never watched it.
See? Sometimes you just sort of black out and just go, oh, I guess I did watch this. And you just lie to yourself in the entirety of My Anime list.
Because somebody edited to it. Somebody edited to it, and I legit was like, I have no idea what this is. Like, what? Think of this Mob Psycho. And I'm like, well, this is what now? I've never watched this series. It's in your My Anime list. It is? How? Why?
Anime gaslighting.
It's your list. I don't fucking know why it's there. I
Complete blackout.
Yeah.
It happens
I
because I didn't watch it.
Anime gaslight facts.
Even if you didn't watch it, you rated it. And the rating makes me believe, based on your integrity, that you would have watched
But this is
DA doesn't
also,
have integrity.
This is an 18 to 19-year-old DA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much integrity he has.
Not much.
Do you believe 18 and 19-year-old DA would lie about watching an anime to people that don't even really look at his My Anime list?
Yes.
current DA hides things from future DA for some reason.
Yeah, no.
So there's no telling what any DA would do at any point in time.
Zero to do with integrity. That has to do with madness.
I don't
So-
know.
Do you have
I
integrity?
don't know what I'm capable of.
My thought is that
madness.
the scale of integrity for DA is basically on one side it's integrity, the other side is hair. So when his hair was just almost to the floor, he had zero integrity, but it is now switched sides.
I'm like Samson. You cut off my hair, and it's just like, I'm good now.
All right, so you know what, Det? You nailed it right in the head. Yeah, I saw a porno version of Thunderbolts in theaters. That's what it was. That's what Screen X is. But no. The best way he left a chat. Screen X is the easiest way to describe it is it's basically an ultra wide monitor but a movie theater. You have
saw a picture of it.
the main screen, and then they actually have two projectors on either side of the theater projecting onto the walls of each side of the theater. And it doesn't really show anything like concrete. It just kind of adds a blurred
Field of view.
yeah,
sort
field of view.
thing.
Like just basically adding peripheral vision to your theater experience. Like some of the scenes aren't even shot in that format, so it's like it's still just a normal movie, but then there's other scenes that'll actually add the peripheral view. It wasn't bad. Didn't distract me or anything. There's a couple times I just kind of looked over just to see it, but I'm like, oh, it's just blurry. I'm like, okay, it's just adding to like just a field of view thing. I wouldn't pay the money that I did again. It was like 17 or like $18 for the ticket versus probably like 12 to 14.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but like it didn't
If
enhance.
it was a better experience.
Exactly,
you
it
had.
didn't enhance it enough. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like mind blowing
Like
or
IMAX
anything.
cap.
A
Yeah.
$5 gap.
When
Exactly.
enough of those movies start actually implementing them
Correct.
consistently, instead of just like every now and again it's something like that.
Yeah.
Then it seems like
I
it'd
think
be
the only
worth
other
it. But
big.
then,
Go ahead. Sorry.
but then the price is going to go up.
I think the only other movie that's implementing it right now is Mission Impossible. I haven't seen this, not been getting great reviews.
Ooh, Asia is not feeling it. That might be a flopperoni.
But MGR does have the one theater that has it here is Marcus, which is like the not name brand theater.
I'm
It's
sorry.
our MJ.
I'm sorry, Marcus?
Yeah, you never heard of Marcus Theaters?
We went to it once.
Did we?
Yeah,
Did we see the turtles there?
maybe. I don't remember what movie. I know I've taken you guys there because I like.
Was it Thor?
No, that was
Thor was here.
That was MJR in Detroit.
Love
But,
and Thunder? No, it wasn't.
No,
that
not
was at
Love
your
and Thunder.
place.
Did we see Love and Thunder down there?
Maybe.
Yeah, we
it's
did.
it's the only theater here that
We
does
did.
Pepsi products versus Coke products. That's why I like it more.
I believe that's where we saw Love and Thunder.
Probably. I just know
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
That movie is a blur. That experience is a
We
blur. I
all
don't
walked
remember
out
walking
angry.
out of the
That is what
theater.
I remember, was walking out angry. All of us. I remember all of us agreed that if we had heard the goat scream one more time, someone was dying in the theater.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, because I remember, I think it was Mike that loved it.
Yeah,
But-
he did.
that's just because
And I was
he
like,
laughed at-
oh.
He laughed at every
Well, no,
goat
that's-
scream, and we all were looking at him every time he laughed.
that's
'cause we
just
were
a
all
dumb
done.
weakness of mine. I just find it hilarious. But that's the only thing I found funny in that movie.
Yeah, no, like that's the
Yeah, we
problem.
definitely
is
saw
that
it there. Okay.
yeah, we did,
We
and we
still
all
have
hated
two
it.
Thor movies together. What the?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did, and we all hated it together
I don't
But-
remember it.
because it
Oh.
sucked. Because it fucking sucked.
But normally I remember movie experiences. I remember walking out of the last Harry Potter movie and then going immediately to work.
You literally shot that thought out of your brain because it sucked that bad, dude. That
That's not
end
how-
scene,
Hey,
that end
that is
credit
not how I
scene.
experience bad media.
Hey, DA.
No.
How much do you remember of us going to see Guardians 2?
I remember so much.
Exactly.
one of my favorite movie experiences of all time happened there. It was when Gamora was talking to
Nebula.
Nebula. She was just like, "You just wanted you just wanted to win. I wanted a sister." And somebody had called BG. He looks down and goes, "Yeah, what's up?" In the middle, the movie theater was empty.
Yeah, it was just us two.
complete. And I'm just like, this is such an emotional moment. He just doesn't care so much that he just picks up his phone. He knows I don't care. So he's not like, I'm not bothering DA. I'm going to just answer my phone real quick.
It was about someone trying to get me injusted too
Oh.
early.
Ah. But in terms of Thunderbolts, it's not a high bar, but probably the best MCU movie in like the last half decade.
If I were to tier rank all the MCU movies, this would probably be in the A tier. Medium A, I couldn't tell you, but it would definitely be in the A tier.
Yes, it was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I think
This is time removed because you come out of a theater, you go even a day or two later, you can go, oh yeah, okay, that was pretty. No, this is time removed.
Mhm.
That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm. I think Marvel kind of realized it's like, hey, people like Yelena a lot.
We can do things with her.
Yeah. So
I honestly think the pandemic set them back a lot because TV shows got pushed back, movies got pushed back. I wonder how much of their plans just kind of got pushed to the side. And then, of course, all the recent flops or underperformances, and it's just like, we've just got to restructure
it's
things.
that underperformances and then controversies with their actors.
Yeah.
Kang, like that, just gone.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody I felt like did good in their roles. Honestly, oh boy. Jonathan Walker, I'm forgetting the actor's name, but like I feel like just in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, he just wasn't really given a whole lot to work with, but he killed it in this movie as John
I
Walker.
really wish they would have explored your deepest thoughts or whatever
With
in
everyone.
their mind palaces.
Yes.
I wish they would have done more
I'm-
with that because I
I'm
love
hoping-
those sequences.
I'm
Mhm.
hoping that that's going to be on the DVD or
Mhm.
because there's just so much there, and they were just like, yeah, we just did it.
It was such great, and it's such a great way to bring their histories to the audience without just yes, I was a child that did this, and then they can re-experience it and get that trauma back, and we know what they're fighting for, what they're coveting. It's good. I wish there was more. Somebody was like, "Hey, how would the movie have went if it was the original Thunderbolts, like Deadpool?" And somebody was like, "Everybody would be dead in an hour or two." And it's strictly because it's resolved with heart and friendship, and as opposed to legitimately, let's fisticuffs this month, because nobody was gonna fisticuffs him. They could not. He ran through them.
Great design. Void too.
Mhm.
Love to just little pinpricks eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
So good.
Honestly, just top to bottom, Bob, Sentry, and Void, just very good performance.
That no, because Thunderbolts was about trauma, and the My Hero movie was about this is your happy place, and this is your dream of what you want. The Thunderbolts was just like, you've got to overcome your trauma.
I guess, Ralph, do you care about spoilers?
Absolutely not.
All right, spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, Taskmaster got done dirty. Just has
They
one
were
line.
never in any promotional material.
Truth.
And that's why I don't watch promotional material. So when that happened, I was just like, oh, she's coming back. And I was like, oh no, she doesn't have anything. And then they blew her up. I'm like, so are they gonna clone her or?
They might just go with the
Get
more.
outta here.
If they bring back the character, it'll probably be the more traditional take. if I had to venture
Yeah.
a guess.
I wouldn't even doubt if they did it with Spider-Man for the 5th movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, legitimately nothing of value was lost.
Shame.
It was like, hey, did you know her? Yep, she'd been through a lot, and we are out of here.
She had potential in terms of at least combat.
Sure, except when
air
her
holes
head gets
and-
blown off. I really like the escape sequence stuff, where it's just like, hey, we gotta get from under this bunker, and I really liked it. I liked all of that.
I didn't really think about this part.
It's a good
Red Guardian is one of the. I'm surprised he's not in more things based on how funny he is.
He is hamming it up. But the thing is, depending on the movie he's in, it's going to get really grating. You can't put Deadpool in like X2, X-Men 2. You can't.
Mhm.
Correct.
So you can't really put Red Guardian as even a main staple side character in like Wakanda Forever.
No.
It's
But-
not going to work.
Something like Deadpool. You think he would show not Deadpool, Daredevil, just like a cameo, funny joke. There he is. It's all connected. Peace out.
No, the one cameo they had, it was not good.
Oh
It
no.
was not good.
Oh no.
It was part of the old shoots, and Charlie Cox was like, I do not like this episode. Please don't put it out. Please don't make us do this episode. And they put that out, and it was the worst episode of the series.
I thought it was rated the highest.
The bank episode?
Yeah.
Who rated it the highest?
I would have to go look, but I just recall that was like the other half of that article was Charlie Cox didn't want that episode to come out, but then he in the same breath was like, but people really liked it.
No, see, people liked it is different. Everybody likes everything.
I'd have
You
to.
will find people that will clap for Duke Nukem Forever. You will find people that will hate Claire Obscure. It is what it is.
This is true.
Let's see.
I am almost done with
Born
Claire
again.
Obscure. I do not want this game to end.
Are you in Act 3?
I have had that
Yes.
game fully spoiled for me now. I know the entire plot.
Oof.
Every time I am super into Claire Obscure, and every time I see it on social media or anything, I legitimately turn my head. There's people that are just like, here comes the meme, and I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna talk about. It could be future. I'm not watching it.
Yep. Yep. I know that entire plot. I know every twist and turn.
Well,
And I'm just like,
could-
that's not great.
I knew nothing.
Good for you. Very happy for you.
I have beaten it. It is. You need to beat it. I need someone to talk to, man. It's all festered up in here, and I can't let it out.
It's coming. I'll probably finish it today, honestly.
So on that note, I guess going to some of the other little tidbits. So on Claire Obscure, one of the things that I thought actually potentially hurt it, the devs of the game actually disagreed. Apparently, Oblivion helped them, according to them, because they said that just made people want good RPGs and have like
I don't agree with that.
and having that kind of like in their mindset. That's from their perspective.
I
that is-
personally don't agree with that because in the same vein, you get games that cannibalize each other of roughly the same genre or ilk, like Call of Duty and Battlefield. If 20 million people buy Call of Duty and 4 million buy Battlefield, but Battlefield comes out in February or March instead of October, and then it sells 9 million, it was cannibalized sales. So it's really hard to know, I would like to see the data they got for that, or if it's just like in their heart they feel that way. Or even just to kind of dispel some of the notion of just like Microsoft is sabotaging them by releasing Oblivion the same week. They couldn't wait a week before, a week after. They didn't do it for their own games, but they're gonna do it for this game. That type of thing. Who knows?
Yep. Without that, you just kind of have to take them at their word. The other thing that came out, though, was... So usually, you don't really see balance patches in a first-person game. They had to, though, which...
A first-person game?
Sorry, in a single-player game. Thank you. Basically, this game, with all the mechanics that are in it, it encourages you to make your characters extremely busted. To where you can one-shot bosses, super bosses, what have you. But there is one combo that people found that was too busted. To where you could kill the hardest super boss in the game on the hardest difficulty 100 times over with one move. So... they nerfed that move severely. You can still kill him in one shot, but it's just like one shot, like not 100 times that one shot.
I know the combinations. I actively avoid doing it.
I'm the exact opposite.
I probably won't even get the skill.
I'm the exact opposite. Once
That's
I got there, boy, people melted.
Not for me.
I went back and looked at YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, this is how the boss is supposed to be for some of the super bosses. But I just had to delete.
Not even seeing the phases or nothing or different attacks. Just like my turn. You got 2 attacks on me. Good on you, sir. You're out of here.
Oh, 2 attacks. 0. Some of them that do have actual phases, though, it's like they're still phases. But some. You can just Dunsky. But the thing is, though, besides that combo, there are still, like, even more ways to go about that with, like, different setups and what have you. Making other, like, basically the one character that was the character that was uber busted is Mael. But people are now, that the super broken thing is gone, are like, oh, we can make these other characters almost as busted. And they're finding new ways to break the game and what have you. But it's all the mechanics in the game encourage that. Which I like.
Yeah.
You can make it as easy or as hard as you want it to be.
Yeah, I just set up Lune where every second turn she's setting out something that hits all enemies during their turn. Mm-hmm. So every turn is just like she does nothing, but every enemy is getting hit for 9999.
That is exactly right. They flinched and just like, but yeah, seemingly there is going to be DLC for the game. At least the devs have been like, we're not opposed, and it's like there seems to be enough fervor for it, so we'll probably do it. Without I'm not gonna say anything specific, but there's like a lot of threads open still, even after the end of the game, to where they can still continue stuff on, at least within this setting, within this world, not necessarily these characters, but what have you. But yeah, the game top to bottom. We have, I think, 2 Game of the Year contenders right now. I would say Clair Obscur is the number 1. The other one's Split Fiction.
There's only one.
But right now, the leading...
No, there's only
boyo
one.
is...
There's only ever gonna be one.
There can only be one.
Crazy that Blade just done, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least in its current iteration.
Failed so bad.
I think they're still... whatever the original script was is just dead. I think there's still, thoughts to make it.
The movie is dead, according to them.
Even in their updated slate of movies coming out, it's not part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, because it didn't
No, they said it's over.
We're gonna get the Blade game before we get the Blade movie.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, considering the Captain America and Black Panther game got delayed. Everything be moving back.
Well, that's Microsoft stuff. They suck.
Yeah. Stuff that is not seemingly getting delayed anymore. Knock on wood. So obviously every year is Silk Song coming out? Is Silk Song coming out?
Yes, I did see the original script. That it was okay.
Is Silk Song coming out? Apparently they're going to have a playable demo in September at some random Australian museum. Don't know why but they're doing it. So they're saying 2025. Maybe there's more crumbs of hope than there have been.
Yeah, they're also playtesting Half-Life 3 and Santa Claus. And...
Santa Claus.
We got a delay, but then a new trailer for GTA 6, and
good trailer.
I'm pretty sure all they did was a lighting change in the engine, but it made it look 100 times better.
It's really
it's
good.
Nuts how much better this new trailer looks than the old one. But yeah, I'm actually pretty interested. I like this dynamic of a couple, them just like trying to basically rags to riches, survive, what have you. It looks very good, and be a good game on the top of everybody's list next year because it got delayed till May of 2026. What else?
I feel bad for any game coming out within a 6-month window of it. So from February to like August, September-y.
At least there's a confirmed month now, though, because I feel like there wasn't that before. It was just a year, and so everybody's like, "When's it coming out? When's it coming out?" But now they actually have a month. People will be like, "Okay, we can we can plan now."
It.
Yeah, we
don't want another Mufasa Sonic.
How's the essay coming?
My profits.
How's the essay coming?
Script coming?
The first thing is in the final stages of step 1. The other 2 steps will take significantly shorter, but there are issues because I don't know when to stop.
This sounds accurate.
Yeah, I understand.
Big ups. So there was one big thing that I forgot, and now it has to restructure a lot of things.
You suck. Just drop it.
So yes, that is but I'm reading 27 manga in the space of a month right now, so that's kind of going in.
What?
First.
Huh?
Oh yeah, DA and I are doing a canceled shonen series stream.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So we're reading a bunch of manga that were canceled in Jump and then talking about them.
Green Greens is on the list, Mike.
Okay.
It's a long list.
It's a long list.
I mean,
but it's very enlightening.
Some deserve to go.
Oh boy.
All right. Other little small things. We did get a new trailer for Superman.
It's such a good trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I got really emotional reading people going, "This is so great." It's such a good feeling. I see you over there.
Oh no, he can see me. So I turned invisible.
Yeah, no, this is just a fantastic trailer. The tone of it is right in line with what you would want from Superman. The interview scene, you can really tell the difference of when he's being Superman and when he's being Clark.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be such a great movie, I hope.
I mean, it's looking like the only
the Guy Gardner.
The only
They're gonna make people fans of that piece of
He's such a piece of
They're gonna make people like him, and it's trash.
because he sucks. He
It doesn't help you
Guy
have a
Gardner
very
sucks.
good actor playing him too, like a fan favorite
okay.
actor.
he's gonna do a good job for Guy Gardner, which means he's gonna suck. Cause Guy Gardner sucks.
But people are gonna like him for it.
Yes.
I'm like, you have, I'm just saying, you're gonna have a character that's probably gonna be a very, in this movie, lovable asshole with a actor
lovable
who
asshole
plays
indeed.
that role to a fucking T.
Yeah, you're gonna get some real zaddy TikToks going for him.
But I think like that's the one thing that I'm worried about in this movie. Not necessarily him, but the fact that there are so many characters in this movie.
I wouldn't be worried about it. The reason I say that is you can look at something like even Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts has like 7 characters it has to juggle at any particular time. 2 to 3 to 4 plot points it has to juggle at any particular time. This is gonna be
my only like retort to that is a good chunk of those characters are very heavily established characters. No one here is established.
I don't think you need to establish them.
I'm worried about the Naruto syndrome or the My Hero syndrome of you introduce all these characters and then half of them don't do jack shit and you are like, why are they even here in the first place?
I can tell you why that's wrong, because at any time you could do a quote unquote JSA movie and get them that exploration.
No. He's talking about here and now, though. You got to go, this is Guy Gardner, this is who he is.
No, you don't.
No.
No. You need to know who they are, but you don't need to know like their backstory.
No. That's not what he's talking about. He just has to go. You have to establish these so many, like just say 7 characters, as opposed to over here in Thunderbolts. These were already established characters. We know their personality. We know.
How long do you think it takes to establish a character and what they can do? Because this is exactly what's going to happen in this movie. Superman's going to go over to stop that war. They're gonna drop down to try to dispel whatever he did, which you can see because they're in that same area. And that's gonna show off a lot of their powers, and they're gonna arrest him, and they're gonna take him to the place, and that's gonna also showcase a little bit of them, and then it's basically gonna be done for this.
So I'm gonna give you a movie that did exactly that, but sucked. Black Adam.
How did Black Adam do that?
I thought you were gonna say, how did Black Adam suck? I'm like,
How did Black Adam do that? No. All those people, they were also co-stars of that movie. Was the problem? I don't think these people are co-stars of this movie. They're just in the movie.
I'm just saying.
In the same way that, like, even though he was already established, the same way that Falcon was in one of the Ant-Man movies. These are essentially
again, Falcon had already been established.
No, I literally just said that. I'm saying even though Falcon had already been established. The whole thing is you need to establish their powers and what they are in the hierarchy of this world. In total, you can do that in 25 minutes.
Times how many people?
No, not per person. They're a what is the difference between them and going, we have a police force of superheroes? Like the Superman Batman Public Enemies cartoon movie, where you have the Atom and all of these characters just dropped in that you haven't really seen in like the JLU or whatever. And it's like, well, here's what they do, here's what they're about, keep it moving. I'm saying in total, you're going to have Hawk Girl. You don't need to go, oh, she's the warrior princess from Themyscira. It's been Hawk Girl. She's here. Do the thing.
Okay. I'm just I'm hoping it's that and not a lot of other examples we've seen.
This is Katana.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. That sucked. But even things like Suicide Squad, they had to go, hey, we need to sit down with these characters because the characters are the Suicide Squad. So we need to sit down and see where Harley Quinn came from, or Firestarter, or Witch, or whatever. We need to know where these characters come from, what they're about, what they want. I don't think people need to know what Mr. Terrific, where he came from. He's a genius. He created this tech. Keep it moving. And then when it comes to his movie or their movie, you can go, hey, here's where he came from, blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha. All right. Next up, a few little things. We did get a trailer on the Marvel side for Ironheart. Is what it is.
Okay. I'm going to go into my problem, which is the word iconic.
Woke.
And then other people's problem.
I share your same issue. The black women, they're getting to be too much. We need to do something about this.
It's so
we need
crazy.
to start putting our plan into action, BG.
I'm
so
just
crazy.
letting
you know that now. We're gonna go forward with the plan.
How can I?
We here at 2200 don't condone the plan.
But yeah, nobody wants that. I suggest you don't get hit by. That is one of the worst scenes in history of media. But with the Ironheart, they had to disable comments. They had to disable so many metrics simply because you know the type of people that are just going to be firebombing it strictly because black girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts. The way certain sects of people have taken over the discourse of nerd culture. Because Andor faced the same problem. Yeah, it sucks. Like, I would really love to talk about things like the way the suits look, but I've got to wade through thousands of messages of this N-bomb and shut up. Let me talk about the suits.
Nah. Gotta drop the bombs.
What is your opinion on the suits? Tell us now.
I do not like them. Especially that all-white one. It looks a little too Beetleborgy.
No, I heard the best explanation. I've heard the best explanation.
I haven't thought about Beetleborgs in a long time.
It is Power Rangers in space.
I mean, we've had that.
No, that series. That's what it looks like. It looks like the Power Rangers in space design.
Yeah, it looks just too much. It looks a little too bulky in a way that is noticeable.
Oh my god.
And a little too glossy.
I didn't remember his name, but do you guys remember Flabber from Beetleborgs?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
My god, he's horrifying.
Oh, the memories are flowing back into you. Night Wizard!
I didn't remember his name. I just put Elvis Beetleborgs and it came up.
This man gonna be watching Beetleborg till 2 a.m.
No, thank you. No,
I remember Joe.
I did have the toys when I was a kid.
And she was strong. I remember.
Because I remember the Power Rangers had the toys that you had the head and then you flip them over and the head goes into the chest and another head.
I had those.
Those were so cool.
They were so cool. They might actually still be like in my mom's attic. Like thinking about it, I might still have access to those toys. And like the Megazords that you could put together. Oh,
this is horrible.
Oh, what'd you look at?
The intro.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. Correct.
So obviously there's Power Rangers. There was
that effect was bush. Dude, this is awful.
So we had Beetleborgs, we had Power Rangers, obviously. Does anybody remember the not as well known and slightly more obscure VR Troopers?
Of course, we remember VR Troopers, motherfucker. We was all in there. We were fat, poor kids. What else do we have to do?
We are.
It's fine.
They're actually making a comic
the
book
best
for
of
it
what
right
they
now.
had.
VR Troopers. It still
Hey,
lives.
good for them.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They'll get a couple thousand from people that are just like either collectors or nostalgia bums. Act like Pepper Ann doesn't do anything anywhere, and I'm not first in line.
Yeah, no, I would grab so much PA stuff. Hey, Deck. This is what we had as children,
And it was hype, and
it
we
was-
appreciated it.
Yeah, that's the real difference.
But I mean,
All
like-
this content brain is here today, gone tomorrow. No, big bad. I still remember.
But I mean, like, you have, Beetleborgs over here, but then Power Rangers intro is still legitimately fucking awesome to this day. Original Mighty
Yes.
Morphin. They didn't need to go that hard with the finger tapping riff. And guess who has that almost entire song memorized to this day? But let's see what else we got here. Small little thing for gaming. Square Enix just kind of released a little, hey guys, we're still working on KH4. Don't you worry.
Don't
It's
forget
still-
about us,
it's
your
still in the
boys.
pipe.
It's us,
We're
your
gonna-
boys.
We are going to cancel this other game that you were also kind of looking forward to because we'd be giving a lot of backstory lore, but we know you're mad at that. So, hey, here are some still images, maybe, of the game that's playable, possibly. We're still looking at this somewhere. No, dude, it's nonsense. It's upsetting.
And
That
the screenshots are irrelevant because if you go
Yep.
back and look at the Kingdom Hearts 3 footage that they showed off for the first time, and then the finished product is so vastly different.
even the screenshot, these screenshots to that very first trailer, they've updated the Unreal Engine. It's already noticeable. They've already made changes.
Oh, yeah.
The other like caveat to where there's like actual work being done, I always mispronounce her name, Yoko Shimomura, who basically has worked on all of the Kingdom Hearts soundtracks, has said she is working on the soundtrack for KH4. So that honestly is probably more exciting than that, because like it's kind of not a KH game without her music, because she just makes really, really, really fucking good music.
Yep.
So I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, you tied her back in the booth and we cooking.
Let's see. Xbox is joining the Nintendo train and raising prices on everything.
Finally, I can pay more for things. This is what I wanted. Thank you, Xbox. That's what they expected in the boardroom. I have too much money. What do I do with it?
It's so crazy. We went like a decade with games at $60, maybe even like closer to 2 decades with games at $60. And then within the space of what, 5-6 years,
Yeah.
they're trying to bump it from 80 to from 70. Crazy.
So basically all the consoles themselves are going up like 100 to sometimes almost $200.
Mhm.
Like the Series S 512 gigabyte, which was originally 300, going up to 379. The Series X is going up a flat $100. The 2 terabyte is going up $130. So much stuff.
I don't understand. It's because they're done trying to sell their consoles. Because I was going to say, I don't quite understand the purpose of increasing the console prices when you could keep those the same or lower them and then hopefully sell more subscriptions or games and stuff and make your money that way longer term eventually. But they're just trying to get whatever they can out of their consoles because they know they are not flying off the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I think it's like all the like basically a teeny bit probably in terms of tariffs, but more so just the general economic landscape of everything, not just necessarily the US, but all over the place. And just basically, I think I feel like we've said it before. It's like it was only a matter of time until people started increasing the prices for a lot of gaming stuff because it had been so stagnant for almost 2 decades. But yeah, just
It really is incredible that we kept it at 60 for so long with things like inflation and such, where the price of goods of everything is going up and salaries for certain industries were going up, and it was still just $60. That's why they tried to do things like the online pass when you were buying used games or the aggressive monetization and that type of such.
But yeah, so far Sony, nothing announced from them. However, they've been raising prices almost everywhere but the US within the last 5 years. But Xbox is basically, I think, in all regions, increasing their prices on basically everything. And then games are sticking at 60, 70, but basically they said by the holidays, going up to 80. So
get Game Pass, buddies.
Or buy AA games, just because, hey, guess what a game we were just glazing over is priced $50. Claire Obscure is only $50.
Crazy to me that, like, the game, see, Claire Obscure gets a lot of glossing over thanks to it being its AA nature, because you'll have things like the characters have glassy or wonky eyes that are just kind of wandering
lip syncs
way
a bit off.
past where they lip sync, that type of stuff. These things that in a AAA game would be glaring issues. It's just kind of like, we accept this thanks to everything being so good that these little minute details. But then you have things like, oh, while you're walking, the blades of grass are not moving along with your leg. This game is a failure. And it's like, come on, y'all. We can't be expecting these things. Do you see that the beer bubbles in GTA 6? Who wants this?
Yeah.
And
What's that doing for
and I think who wants this? And then I remember the blades of grass people.
Yeah.
They want this. They want the headlines of, hey, GTA has bubbling beer and, muscle contractions when you lift your arms and
jiggly butts.
Yeah, and that's like, and I'm just like, whatever. Give me a game.
With jiggly butts.
Sure. If you can do it for under $50, I'll take it. Oh no, I take that back, because the Atelier series, the free-to-play version, boy, they got paid by the jiggle.
Did they really now?
Dude, it's all over. There's a legit setting you can slide how much it jiggles, because they knew they were egregious with it.
All right, then the last thing that I have in normal
I don't need Finn horse testicles while it's mounting a mare contracting as it ejaculates. I don't need this.
Costco hot dog. It was just, the CEO was just like, you keep that price the same or I'll kill you.
Arizona, like, everything's going up. Why are you still 99? Hey, we're good. We're profitable.
Arizona drink is just like, people want the drink. It's a good drink. They can buy the drink because they know we can go to the store with $1 and get a penny back and walk out with an Arizona.
We are good. We're profitable. We're sustainable. We're not going to make $1 billion, but every year if we make 1.8 million, why would we care?
The last little thing that I have is just this week.
Hey, so I just got my arm caught in my thing, in my container.
I guess this is just me now.
Thanks to my watch, I can no longer extract it from my container. I have to take my watch off in order to get my hand out.
Just making sure it actually got out. That's funny. I am in a predicament. BG's now Jug Man.
Of my own making.
Yep.
There's no way out of this.
So did you guys see the Darth Vader AI that got added to Fortnite?
Yes.
How do they not learn that people are monsters?
Yeah.
There are going to be a lot of those that are just like, oh, this is for the yokes, and they'll do the races, and they'll like think,
Let's just try to break this.
yes, and they'll think it's the funny. But then there are going to be people that do the exact same thing maliciously.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it didn't take long. They have, James Earl Jones as Darth Vader, cussing people out, calling people slurs, what have you. And a bunch of various other things. Honestly, the thing that I found the most funny was they had him reciting the entire plot synopsis of Kingdom Hearts. And the Warrior of Light, the Keyblade Warriors. He soon met his new friends, Donald and Goofy. It's just the whole thing of like, okay, this is actually pretty funny. I'm not.
There's some pretty funny stuff out there.
I'm a bit more accepting of this because this is done with the consent of his family and his estate. So like,
and also him when he was alive.
yes, he had consented to use my voice for Darth Vader with AI. Like, you do that? Hey, that's fine. That's acceptable. But yeah, anything with AI, it's not going to take long for people to break it and do whatever you want with it. Last few things until I get to the actual quote-unquote drama stuff. Max is changing its name to a... how do I phrase this without it being so... It's stupid. They're changing their name back to HBO Max after changing it from HBO Max to Max, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? How much money was wasted on branding changes, on marketing, on all this garbage just to change
Just
it back?
to run it back.
Yeah. Send me this video. I'd have to find it. I can probably find it and post it.
I sent it in the Discord.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's crazy that people are paid millions of dollars a year to make these decisions, to waste millions of dollars a year.
Mm-hmm.
And these decisions.
And also the bright idea is just go take out the HBO. We're just Max now. And then the bright idea again is just like bring it back.
Why the change? Why the run back?
Yeah. Well, the run back, to quote, is people associate the brand HBO with quality content. So why did you remove the name in the fucking first place?
Yeah.
A lot of the companies just like simplify things. Simplification is better.
Yeah.
A lot of videos about that, about how brands, the logos,
Fast food restaurants.
Yeah, they've just become more and more simplified over the years, and people think the companies think that's what people want.
Even though people complain every time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so just your app icon's about to change again in a little bit. It's I think what most people are going to see. That's a great question, Det. So the next piece of news. So there were two, within 2 days of each other, I want to say, it was 2 to 3 weeks ago now at this point, but some really big hubbub in two different content creation spheres. I'll start with the one that was arguably less bad, but a couple weeks ago, I think it's every year, every half year, chess.com hosts a tournament of chess with content creators. So they'll get coaches, usually get trained up a little bit in chess, and then have a round robin tournament into a final bracket, kind of just like a normal tournament style thing. Playing for a significant amount of money. I'm pretty sure it was a $10,000 prize pool. So even though it's a for fun tournament, I believe there's also money raised for charity and what have you. There's still a good sizable prize pot. the person who was basically highest ranking seed, more than likely was slated to win, was Wolfie Glick, Pokemon player, arguably the best Pokemon player of all time. Pokemon competitively is essentially video game chess at times. He also basically spent like a full month training with an actual chess grandmaster. He put his like whole butt into like actually preparing for it. Was thinking it was the high seed, shoe in to win. He ended up making it to final bracket as the first seed, but there was he lost one round. And as people were watching, it was against a content creator by the name of Dr. Lupo. I guess he like was most famous for like doing collabs with Ninja way back when, in Fortnite and what have you. I've never heard of the guy personally. But then basically as it was going on, people were watching him play. He got like a really like big reverse win on Wolfie game 1, and then game 2, or I think it was game 1, he basically got a win, and then game 2 had like made a super big blunder, but then came back and won it. Dr. Luho? Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. And basically people that are watching it that are actually good at chess were like, hey, Dr. Lupo cheated. Bunch of people came into his chat, be like, hey, you cheated. Which he first denied and was like, you guys must be from Wolfie's chat. Sorry, your boy lost. Was just kind of throwing Wolfie's community under the bus. And then he's like, you know what? I had my chat open. They were feeding me moves. So he's like, okay, I did kind of cheat. I had my chat open. But then people went back and looked at his chat while, because, you can go back and watch the VOD. Looked at that. They weren't really giving him any of the moves that he did. Or it was like so much variance in what the moves people were suggesting in chat, even though he wasn't looking at it or supposed to not be looking at it, it wouldn't have made sense. And basically people were like, literally he made, after his one blunder, the perfect move for the remainder of his moves. For someone, I think he's like it was like 1100 or it was like a 700 or 800 elo or something, like under 1,000 elo. He's like, this is like 25k plus level moves that he would have to have been making. It's one of those things where it's just like, to a novice, you wouldn't be able to tell, but somebody who actually knows the game could tell immediately. It's just like a novice would not be making these moves. So he was denying, and at one point even asked Wolfie to join him in a Discord call, and he put him on stream, even though he didn't say that he was going to put Wolfie on stream, and basically was just like trying to make him say, like, you don't think I cheated, right? Like trying to kind of gaslight him in a certain way. But then, like, the next day, which was like, I think the next day of the tournament, he basically fully admitted afterwards, I was using a script, basically giving me the perfect move every time, and what have you. And then Wolfie got on stream and actually made a statement, which he's usually not someone to do. And I would honestly go and recommend to go and watch it, because I think it is sincerely one of the best responses to a online drama thing that I have ever seen. It was measured. Wasn't vengeful, wasn't out of anger. He mostly was just upset that they tried to throw his community under the bus, and insulted his community, and then also tried the gaslighting aspect. He's like, I don't really care that you cheated. He's like, at times I almost expected somebody to do it in this. But then basically those two things, and then just kind of moved on from there. I'm just like, and actually I feel like, because I was looking afterwards, I'm like, no one's even talking about his statement. And I think it's just because no one can poke.
Trauma farm it.
Yeah, trauma farm it. It was just a good, concise rebuttal. And then it was done. I'm like, all right. But
I don't understand the want to cheat in these types of things.
Especially since it was for charity.
It's an ego thing. It's your quote unquote getting embarrassed, losing in front of your chat, and it just
Everyone gets embarrassed.
It's just that,
But not everyone can handle that.
Yeah,
dude.
that monkey brain portion just takes over. Of I can't be embarrassed. I don't want to lose. I can't be seen as weak.
So then, you'd rather be seen as a cheater?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Get
If you're not-
accolades
if
for
if you're not
accomplishments
caught.
you didn't do.
If you're not caught.
Yeah, how do you feel knowing you got those ill-gottenly accolades and such?
I know.
And if you
I
don't
don't
cheat
understand.
like that, just do every third move you screw something up, or do like an not the most optimal thing.
I've
The
always-
third or the fourth one.
I've always thought of that in terms of like counting cards, where Muzz will start counting cards and just like, I won 52,000 at this casino counting cards. It's like, why not live in Vegas and every week lose 800 here, win 2,000 here, just go up and down the strip, winning and losing. So you, at the end of the day, you come out plus 3,000, but you basically maxed out winning 600 at a casino or something.
There was this old story about a dude who figured out a way to hack the slot machines in Vegas and just went on a tear. And they took him into a back room and they worked him over.
It's like you figured out the greatest hack possible.
He made like 700,000. They were like, come on now.
Why not make 20,000 and just you do one pool, make 20,000, lose 8,000 over the course of a month, and come back and win again? It's just like 10,000. So in the course of a month, you won $22,000
Numbers go up.
up to $700K. It is greed. It truly is. People would rather get that one big fast win and get out than to keep working, even if it's easy works.
Correct.
Than to keep working and getting that little 4,000 so they can live comfortably for life.
But yeah, I haven't really like checked in to see, excuse me, in terms of what he is doing now, just because obviously it's really a bad look. Nothing like as bad. Yeah, nothing as earth-shattering as the next piece of drama that I'm going to be talking about.
Before you do that, I honestly thought you were going to talk about the Carl Jokes thing, where he's going out sad now.
This is not
that. I haven't.
I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. We can talk
Billy
about
Mitchell.
Carl Jokes is typically a speed runner commentary channel where he'll do, hey, this person just broke this record, or here's 10 cheaters that got caught speed running, or one of the biggest speed runners in this game is cheating and here's all the evidence and that type of thing. And he has a really like ongoing rivalry with who he calls a cheater in Billy Mitchell, which is the Kong dude.
Yes.
And so Billy Mitchell recently filed a lawsuit. And Carl kept talking about Billy is filing this for defamation, that I'm lying about him cheating, even though he is. So I need you guys to fund it so I can get a good lawyer and we can get this done. When
And it's a slam dunk because he did cheat.
Yes.
There are a lot of videos and evidence that he did cheat. So people funded it going, yeah, we're gonna help this dude, and then Billy will be seen as a liar and a cheat, and
in
it
a
will
court
be
of law
on record.
And that's the way it was supposed to go. But he lost the case, Carl Jokes, because it wasn't about that. It was about that he had said that Billy's actions had led to the death or suicide of another person. And Billy was like, no, that's not the case. But again, Carl lied to everybody and said it was about the defamation thing, about the cheating. So everyone's like, yeah, okay, cool. So even then, he ignored the advice of the lawyer he got. And then after he lost, he went to his Discord, posted an AI summary of everything. And it's like, the AI said I should have won. So now there's a content creator that is doing way too much. Like they've dropped like 50 videos about this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and Carl is like, "I'm gonna sue this person if they don't stop." And it's just constantly going down sad. Billy talking about Carl is going bankrupt and all of this stuff because he lost, it was something like 1.8 million or something lawsuit.
And he has to pay Billy's lawyer's fees and pay for what he was asking for, which is like 300 or 400,000.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And it's just he's just going out sad. And if he hadn't lied about what this was about, if he had just took it on the chin, I feel like he could have just kept on rocking. I honestly don't know what he's doing with his channel at this point. I honestly don't know what he's doing with his Discord at this point because I haven't seen any videos of him since this.
His channel is keep on keeping on.
And how are the people in the comments?
I don't know. I
Okay.
didn't check. His last video was something I didn't really care about.
Okay.
So
yeah, depending on how the people in his comments are acting, he may be seeing that downward trend very soon.
So the other thing that happened in terms of drama, which is, I guess, somewhat at least akin to where it's just like your entire viewer base just evaporates in a single night based upon your own actions, is the VTuber Cinder.
Yep. Oh boy.
Did you not hear about this, DA?
No. I did.
Oh,
It's just I am in the VTuber.
Yeah, so that's why I thought. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah, that is a big old chunky wonky.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It's oh boy.
yeah. So those who don't know, Cinder was a very popular VTuber. Basically, like kind of hellhound, like fire dog-esque aesthetic and what have you. Did video game streaming, did a lot of 18+ content as well, but like she had tits the size of mountains on her model. And what have you, been rising in popularity and what have you. Did a bunch of collabs with a bunch of different people. Was the co-president of Gamersupps, I believe, or co-chair.
Yeah, she had a high stake in Gamer Subs.
Co-owner. That's the right word. And just one of the kind of top dogs, pun intended, of the VTubing community. It comes out, a person makes a Google Doc, releases it. It is a very popular VTuber artist whose name I am not remembering. Cinder.
Yeah,
VTuber
the artist was
artist.
a rigger who not only does art, but they do rigging. It's the VTuber moves their head, and the model has to move their head as well, and it needs to be smooth and fluid and everything. So
Nanoless is the model, the rigger, and the designer. So Nanoless is one of the top artists within the community. It was like a thing where if you got a Nanoless model, it was a big deal. People usually celebrated it amongst the VTuber community. She released this entire document basically saying that Cinder had been gaslighting her for years to try and make her the sole client of her, where she was basically saying that for most part she had censored names in her document, but there was a couple of things where she's like throwing one of her co-owners of Gamersupps under the bus in Shy Lily, name dropping a bunch of other people and all this different stuff, and basically showing that she had been faking relationships and faking friendships for many, many years for the sole reason of trying to be competitive, trying to one-up everybody, and trying to get to be the top dog, basically. Then that comes out, and a lot of it had to do where it was just like it was her and then her manager read or redacted. I can see the cat Ralph bring it here. Cinder then releases a statement saying, I have cut ties with Red. He is no longer going to manage my account and like any of my activities. I will release a full apology later on. Then another VTuber, I'm forgetting who it was exactly, responded, was like, dude, he's your fucking boyfriend. You guys are connected. You guys are connected to the hip. This is bullshit. And that led to a whole bunch of other people. And then little did we know that Nanolis, in her document had censored a bunch of names. However, she had been in contact with everyone who was in that document and in those Discord chats. And all of those people slowly released their own documents, uncensoring their names. Being Shy Lily, being Bao, Spite, and there is one other person, another dog VTuber. Oh, I'm forgetting her name. She's the one that like Cinder had a parasocial relationship with, and she didn't want anything to do with her. I'm forgetting her name. They all released their own stuff, and it basically all proved out that Cinder basically was faking every single relationship that she had ever done and was trying to stab every one of her so-called friends in the back. Just business. It's just business. That was a literal quote from her document between her.
It's just business.
It's just business. She then released, once all of that came out, it was like a couple of days of like a Twitter shitstorm. Google Dockies became the colloquial term of.
But okay, hold on. Before you go further, like you have to acknowledge the literal destruction that Lily's comment was under Cinder's response.
Yes, but first the apology and then the responses.
Like,
so Cinder then releases a full apology. Where most of it was, I'm sorry you feel this way. You feel this way, yada yada. Never really actually taking responsibility for anything she did.
I got him finally for your debt.
And a good portion of that was also, hey, that was that guy.
Yeah, just throwing her boyfriend under the bus.
Now,
it's all
so we're good.
And then she gave like targeted apologies down below. And yeah, I hear the little meeps. Then right below that, I get a bunch of other people responded, including Shy Lily. I think literally calling her the fakest fucking person in the world.
Dude, she shredded Cinder.
Let's see. Oh, wait, here we go. I have it here now. Oh my God. So this is Shy Lily's response. It's shorter, so I can kind of read this. The absolute audacity to sit here and continue to manipulate and gaslight is absolute insanity. The pain and mental torment you've caused to the ones closest and most supportive of you has been devastating, and I have never been so heartbroken and hurt so badly for my friends. You are the fakest person I've ever had the displeasure of supporting. Reading and hearing of how you've really viewed me behind my back, not just through screenshots of your man, but also your very own messages while having to sit here and read through these bullshit lies you spin makes me want to vomit. To claim that you didn't know a single thing and had zero awareness of what your man was up to when everyone who shared even a single moment with you knows that you basically operate as the same person, sharing every waking moment while loving to jump at the slightest opportunity to turn into your most slanderous self as soon as the opportunity was given, even when talking about your friends is sickening. I've experienced your own actions without Red in a situation where in your own screenshotted words you express a, quote, pleasure to live up to what Lily is, and proceeded to throw one of your most loyal and supportive friends under the bus after months of continuous planning just because you consistently chose business over friends, never feeling bad for failing them. Just to earn the bag and compete with me over a V-Card collab that you rescheduled to be on the exact date as your friend needed you to keep an important promise. You actively lied about it to them, instead blaming me for a collab you rescheduled, adding me to the pool of excuses to save your ass when you realized that you were being a bad friend. Why blame me for choosing to miss an obligation you agreed to? on one of the most important days in that friend's career. Everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one-up the people who are the sole reason you even have these opportunities and platforms to earn from to begin with. You're welcome, by the way. You claim that it's just business. Well, in the business world, there has to be accountability, and all you've done is try to shove it away and admit to nothing. In true narcissistic fashion, you're only feeling sorry about yourself and your own consequences and your career and try to salvage it. I'm sorry for everyone who looked up to you as an inspiration, and I'm especially sorry for your fans. Pyro Pups deserve better. That's the name of her community. Yeah. And she also gave everybody, there's a bunch of video responses. Bao in particular is heart-wrenching.
Bao's sobbing was a thing.
She has gone through some different mental issues. I believe there has been a suicide attempt. Just, yeah. I'm trying to remember the
V2 shit is wild.
But I mean,
and these are all indies, so these are just, hey, if I want to go to collab with you, I go to you, not to your manager, not to anybody above. It's straight to you, and we do this, and all you've got is yourself and your reputation. And once that breaks, it's real bad, because there's been a whole lot of other VTubers and other content creators just like, hey, yo, Gamer Subs is not commenting on this. And we're not going to be affiliated with them. So they had the Kirsch thing or whoever that is. KIRSCHE. That is a different thing.
Okay. Silver Veil is the one VTuber I was trying to remember. That was a whole big thing where she was literally behind the scenes. Like Silver Veil was actually talking to Nanolis to get a model. And then all of a sudden, Nanolis said, hey, I'm too busy. And that happened to a lot of people. Happened to Cotton, happened to Silver Veil, happened to, I think, Bao as well. Where Cinder basically was monopolizing and gaslighting Nano to being like, hey, the quote was, the more of your models are out there, the less they're worth. You need to have uniqueness in order to have value as an artist. And it was just like, ugh. It's just...
And when somebody would come and commission her, it'd be like Cinder would just go, hey, cancel that commission and we will give you a equivalent commission.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, you're still getting the same money, but you're still just working with us.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things too where it's just like, okay, you want to monopolize this person. If you would have just been out upfront about it, it's like, hey, we want your exclusivity and we will pay you for your loss in clients, out the gate. I don't think there would have been as big of an issue. And I think most of the other VTuber community wouldn't have had as big of an issue if it was a transparent thing where it's just like, oh, okay, it's an exclusive contract and she's getting paid for it. All right.
No, this was, hey, I'm going to sabotage everyone's attempt at their own business advancement because they're going to put time, money, and effort into, okay, here's the negotiating aspect, here's what I want, here's what we're going to do, and then they'll be waiting and waiting and waiting. They'll plan the release, they'll plan all these things,
merchandise,
and then kill it. And then she'd kill it and completely ruin everyone else's timelines. It's literal business sabotage. It is actually cutthroat business mentality. And in that sphere, it's wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's so wild.
And there's a bunch of
especially in a world a community that is so based around being public facing. Your entire thing is you're communicating not directly because your face isn't the thing, it's your character. So your main communication facet becomes your digital platforms. And this is where you're communicating with your business partners. It's fucking insane.
You're just doing all this stuff behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane to think it's not going to come out. A single screenshot is all it takes to get this fucking avalanche going. And you see this every fucking time when it comes to these online communities, these online personalities. You're saying this online and you're putting it in writing where it can be screenshotted and you don't expect to be seen. Ah, you stupid motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
But yeah, just I think like Silvervale was also like just watching her video because like her whole thing was like I just wanted to be over here left alone. But then and like one of her things that she said was like she had done like a year or two ago like some con appearances, but then Cinder came up and like forced a social media interaction thing of like, you know, like a whole like pyro or like wolf girls or something, what have you.
No, she ran up to her at a con. She ran up to her at a con.
Well, it's like she was there
for
digitally.
A picture, and then
Yeah.
she No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Cinder.
Yeah.
Silver was there digitally, but then Cinder rolled up and got this picture with her, and then put it online, claiming, "Hey, had so much fun with Silver." And Silver's like, "What? Who are you? What's going on here?"
And basically, she had canceled a whole bunch of convention appearances because she was honestly scared of Cinder. She's like, I didn't want anything to do with you. You keep, like, everything you wanted to do was transactionary. I just want to do my own thing over here. And then the other one was Spite, who also was, like, not on anybody's radar. She wasn't trying to really like branch out, just trying to do her own thing. And because both of their models were based off of Hellhounds, Spite was more Cerberus based, and then Cinder was more just normal, I guess, Hellhound. Basically, through a bunch of like research and what have you, Cinder had been basically stealing Spite's designs for a bunch of her different models and outfits and all this different stuff for a while. And Spite wasn't as big, so you can't really like be like, hey, you're stealing my designs, because that's not going to end well without proof. But in like, obviously all this bad happened. A lot of people were very much hurt, like emotionally. Someone that they thought was their friend ended up being a horrible, horrible person. But there is some good in terms of like, Spite now is collaborating with a bunch of different people and has seen like a boost. Honestly, I think a lot of the community that left Cinder are being called rescue pups in their chats, which is adorable. And what have you. And just a good chunk of people have gotten some good bumps. And then like Nanolus as well, I think at this point is now free to work with who they want to work with. So those talks can rekindle and what have you. So it was a avalanche shitstorm that happened. Who knows what the hell Cinder's gonna do now? At this point, I think it's like the alt-right pipeline might be the only thing that she could do.
Boy,
honestly,
it's amazing how quickly it goes from I'm in trouble to the wokies.
Mm-hmm.
The woke mind virus took away my life.
That is basically
They
what
are, in fact, the size of mountains.
Just hold on. There we go. That is basically what happened. A lot of people were thinking that
It's just business.
that either G Fuel or Gamersups should make a new flavor called It's Just Business.
Oh.
Just just like donate to like some kind of charity or something or what have you.
That would be a great troll from
It would be. It would be. But yeah, was there something else? You had mentioned something else in that DA. Was there like some other drama that
Yeah, there's a whole nother drama as well. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, that was
Speaking of alt-right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
But with that, we've been going for a while now. It's been a month, so a little bit of catch up, but that's all I have. So unless you guys wanted to say anything, we can go to facts.
Nope.
I got nothing.
Play clear obscure.
Mm-hmm.
Doom is woke for some reason. I don't know.
Doom is woke? Wait, what?
Yeah.
I heard it's
Yeah,
buggy.
What did I miss?
The anti-woke are claiming it as a victory that it's not doing well on Steam. So
Something in it must be woke.
I just listened to the soundtrack and I'm just like, don't hit the same. Which I didn't realize. So like, I saw the game coming out and I'm like, what has Mick been doing? Apparently he's been working with a bunch of different artists. I think he worked with architects on some stuff. He just worked with somebody else recently that I was just like, oh, cool. Let me see. Credits. Where'd he go? Yeah, he worked with Architects, Motionless in White, Monuments, Bringing the Horizon in 2020.
NRS, can you please allow him to do the Mortal Kombat game like he said he wanted to? Thank you.
No,
we're done with that.
Well, we're done with MK1.
Mm-hmm. Definitive edition. Here you go. Bye.
Yep.
He's also
Hope you
working
have fun,
on
because it's done.
He's also seemingly working on a game that I guess has been in development hell, but a survival horror game called Routine. But yeah, what we got for facts?
30 facts about Orange.
The cat. The cat.
5.
Can't hide from me.
Cool one.
6.
1, 5, 6, 11? So low? Crazy. Not making
Thank
DA work for it? 27. 1, 5, 6, 11, 21, 27.
Orange.
1, 5, 6, 11, 21, 27.
5.
Hey!
Mike.
Yeah, boy.
Bobby Leach was the second person to survive going over the Niagara Falls in a barrel. In 1926, he was on a tour of New Zealand. While there, he slipped on an orange peel, which caused an infection on his leg, which turned into gangrene. He died 2 months after due to a complication from a leg amputation.
That was a journey.
That was fun.
Survive going over Niagara Falls, then an orange takes you out.
That's the most comical. It's Final Destination in theaters.
Yeah. That is nuts.
Don't put that on my tombstone.
No,
He died.
we do that.
He did a third run of Niagara Falls. That's what took him out.
Survived Niagara Falls, didn't survive this. What is this? Ambiguous. Didn't survive it.
Oh, wow. Okay. With that, we will call this stream a close. Next stream will be Wednesday. I'm busy the next 2 days. BG, are you busy Friday?
Friday.
Split
I
Fiction.
made you out.
Gotta get down on Friday?
Yes.
Or went to 2 separate places. Big ups.
Not really.
Okay. Do you want to try and do Split Fiction?
Yeah, we could do some splitty.
All right. So
Not what it called.
That's what the cool kids call it.
Some
So I'm sorry you don't know that's what it's
splitty.
called.
So Wednesday, some more Majora's Mask randomizer, and then Friday, some Split Fiction. Might actually finish the randomizer. I think I'm close to the end. I think I have most of the stuff that I need. So with that, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week, hopefully on the right camera.
Later.